Okay, Will, so you're starting on worksheet 10, and just to give you an introduction of what you're supposed to do, this is the top of 10. Now this looks really confusing here, but don't let this scare you. I'm just going to explain what this says. It says that x is in the interval from a to b. Okay, so x is in the interval from a to b. Specifically, it is saying that x is less than x and x is less than or equal to b. And remember how these are different. We're going to see that on the number lines here. It's kind of hard to see with the less than or equal to sign. They all kind of look the same. There's this other notation we have here is round parentheses and square parentheses. So round parentheses kind of corresponds to a less than, and square parentheses corresponds to a greater than or less than or and equal to, and I'll show you how that works. It's easier to see on the number line. Okay, so this says that x is in the interval 2 to 5. Whoops. X is in the interval 2 to 5. So we do know that x is between 2 and 5. So we are going to put a circle on 2 and put a circle on 5. Okay? And then we're going to connect the line in between because we know that x is between 2 and 5. Okay? Now the question is, does x include 2? Does x include 5? Does the interval include both or not? Well, when there's a square parentheses, that kind of means that we do include the number. So we color that in. Okay, so 5 is included. Now when it's a round parentheses, that kind of means that we don't include the number, so we leave the circle open. So everything in between 2 and 5 is included. It's all red. 5 is included, but the number 2 itself is not included. Now what about 2.000001? Is that included? Yes, it is. Everything except for 2 is included. So anything to the right of 2 is included. Okay? Let's just do another one here with infinity, because maybe you've never seen that before. So we have x is between negative infinity and negative 1. So we put a circle on negative 1, and infinity is way out there, so we can't put a circle on it. We'll just put an arrow. Okay? And then everything in between. So does it include negative 1 or not? Well, it's the round parentheses. If it's the round parentheses, it means it does not include the negative 1. If we were to write this in the other notation, we would write that x is greater than negative infinity and it's less than negative 1. We would not write less than or equal to negative 1 because it's a round parentheses. Okay? So since it's less than negative 1 and it's not less than or equal to negative 1, that means that the circle should be open because we do not include negative 1. Anything to the left of negative 1, like negative 1.0001, is included, but negative 1 itself is not. Okay? Let's take this last one just to make sure you know what's going on. So if you have 6, x is between 6 and infinity, we would put a circle around the 6. Infinity is way out there. Okay? So does it include 6 or not? Well, it's the round parentheses. So round parentheses means it does not include the 6, so we leave the circle open. Okay? Now we have a more traditional notation. Now remember that this vertical line here, all that means is such that. So x such that negative 7 is less than x, and x is less than negative 2. Both of these have to be true. So let's see, negative 7 is here, negative 2 is here. We connect in between because we know x is between the two. Now does it include the number negative 2? No, it doesn't, because it's less than. It's not less than or equal to, so we leave the circle open. Does it include negative 7? No, it doesn't, because it's less than, not less than or equal to. Okay? Let's go on to the next page. Just going to work a few of these, and then you work all the ones out in between. Okay, we'll wait for the thing to calm down here. Okay, now down here in number 2, the only difference between what you did before and what you're doing here is, it says using all types of notation. Okay, so if they give you the round parentheses notation, you're going to change that to the less than or equal to notation. So Now remember, if it's around parentheses, it means that 4 is not included. If 4 is not included, we put less than and not less than or equal to. Okay? 5. So x is between 4 and 5, and they're both round parentheses, so we do not put less than or equal to, we just put less than. Okay? Then we circle 4, and we circle 5, and we connect in between. Okay? And we don't color the circles in because 4 and 5 are not included. Right? Let's try to find one that it is included. Oh, here's a new notation here. So this is a little bit different. Now there's a strange square bracket facing the other direction. Now if the square bracket is facing the wrong direction, basically what this means is round bracket. Okay? So if we have a square bracket this direction, it means it includes the 9. If we have a square bracket the other direction, it means we don't include the negative 5. So basically we need to circle the negative 5 and the 9, and we need to connect in between. And now the question is, does it include the 9? Yes, it includes the 9 because the square bracket is including the 9. Does it include the negative 5? No, it doesn't, because the square bracket is facing the wrong way. So we leave that one open, and the 9 we color in. Okay? So whenever you include the number, you color it in. Okay, oh, and the other thing we need to do is we need to write it in the other notation. When they say the other notation, they mean with the less than signs, like that. Now the thing is either one of these less than or equal to? Well, negative 5 is not included, so it's just less than. 9 is included, so we need to put less than or equal to. Okay, so the other notation would be this. X such that x is between negative 5 and 9, includes 9, doesn't include negative 5. Okay, so I think that's enough for you to do pages 10 and 11. If you have any questions, bring them to class. Thank you.